Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Streamlined Hardware. Today I'm testing the Ottocast Play2Video Ultra, especially my Polestar 2. This little box promises wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and has also built-in entertainment apps like YouTube, Netflix, Hulu. This also will make a cleaner setup. I already have two similar devices like the Ottocast Mini Cube 3. It's a little plug, but it doesn't have any apps. And also the CarLink T-Box Plus, which I'm already using a couple of years now. And it's also really getting old and sluggish. So I'm really curious if this is gonna make the experience faster, but also if you can see in a smaller footprint. So hop on. So welcome back to Streamlined Hardware. On this channel I test and build practical upgrades for AVs, especially for the Polestar 2. I focus on engineered accessories like the cable organizer, what I have here on my hands. I'm really proud of this one. This really helps a lot with organizing the EV cable in the boot. I will also have a link for this product in the description and also a coupon for 20% off. So the product, in this case Ottocast Play2Video Ultra, a really long name, fits really well in my channel. It's not just a random gadget. It's supposed to make the Polestar 2 more useful, and especially when you're parked, charging or waiting in the car, but also when you're driving, you can listen to some podcast and use your Android Auto and wireless CarPlay wirelessly. So a quick disclosure guys, Ottocast sent me this unit to test. They did not tell me what to say, and I will show you my real experience in the Polestar 2. I also have a discount code for viewers. You can use EOKAI10 for 10% off through my Ottocast link. I will put it in the description, but I will also show it there somewhere in the video here. Also important, any video playback or entertainment app should only be used when parked, charging or waiting, not when driving. So let's continue. So let's start with the unboxing. This is the box. It's really small, like the device itself, they told me. And I also looked it up online. We will show it. Will show it right away, the specifications. But you can see here what's included in the box itself. It's really colorful. They have a team also. It's the World Cup team. So you see almost all colors that are participating in the match itself on the box. So this is a fun touch. So let's see. Open this up. Here we have. So inside the box we have the Play2Video Ultra itself, the connection cable and some basic documentation, and also a dongle adapter for some devices that have a newer connection. So right away I see that this is so that we want for the Polestar 2 I need to use this dongle because the Polestar only has a USB-C connection, so a newer kind of connection. So that's a bummer, but we will see how that works. So the device itself is equipped with USB-A, the dongle, and an extra device to feed, to still use the USB device for powering other devices. Okay, that's a nice touch. We'll also have a look if this works. So let's put this aside. So the documentation itself, we have the user manual. So is it compatible? So Ottolink on their website itself, they also have a compatibility list for the devices, but I had a look at it, and I think almost all recent devices, but also old one, will work if you have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. So they have some YouTube links for manual, for installation. So that's all well suited. Some quick guide. That's what I like a lot, because you need to be quick with this. So the device itself is really small. So the other devices, the Ottolink Cube, the little dongle one with USB-C, it's in the car itself, and also the Ottocast box also in the car itself. The Ottocast box, it's I think 2 times bigger than this, so it will be a nice comparison when we're in the car. So it's some ventilation. Can I see some specs? No, not the right way. Okay, so there's a pass-through also on the device itself, I think, USB-A, so you can connect other devices. Nice touch. So let's have a look at the specifications. So Ottocast positions this Play2Video Ultra as an all-in-all wireless CarPlay and Android Auto device with built-in entertainment that you can also see on the website. The main highlights are that there are built-in entertainment apps, that it has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, an app hub, a plug-and-play setup, and no more phone wires. Ottocast also claims it supports offline payback, so it has some built-in storage itself, and you can also expand the storage with the USB-A on the device itself. So it has itself 4 GB of RAM, 32 GB or internal storage, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.4, and the Android operating system. Sadly, I couldn't find any information about which Android version it runs. I know that Autolink CarLink device runs on Android 13, but Ottocast doesn't disclose that what the operating system version is. But I think it's a new one because the device itself is really new and it also supports the most recent apps and updates. So the pre-installed apps include Netflix. You can see it also here under the banner. YouTube, IPTV, Prime Video. So for the Polestar 2, I know it supports only Apple CarPlay wired and also Android Auto wired, so it won't be no problem to use this device on both protocols. Let's go to the Ottocast Mini Cube 3. So I have it not in my hands here, it's on the garage downstairs. We will go there straight away. But to see the product page itself, so when I compare this Ottocast Play2Video Ultra to the Ottocast Mini Cube 3, what highlights me is that this is a much smaller footprint, but it also lacks the capability to start its own apps. So it doesn't have only its own apps, it doesn't have inbuilt storage, so you can only use it as an extension of your own phone. So let's compare it now to the CarLink Ultra 2. So this is another device I wanted to make the comparison for the Ottocast. There's the T-Box Plus Android 13 AI box. This is a different type of product. The CarLink is more like turning the car screen into an Android tablet. The product page lists Android version 13, 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage. So it's like mostly the same specs, only that this has this 32, but this has 64. But believe me, that doesn't make any sense to have so much storage on this device because mostly you use on-demand streaming and install a couple of apps that will never fulfill the storage of this device itself. This also supports wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, but it doesn't support the second screen when I sync up with my iPhone or Android device. So you can see this device more like for Apple class or devices. So you know the Apple brand, it's more, the software is closed source, it's all well optimized, but the settings and the functionality are a little bit limited. So this device, it also has 4G in it, more functionality, but it's not that refined because sometimes it lags, sometimes it doesn't work. So two different types of device. So if you want to tinker more, then this device maybe suits you well, but if you want no bullshit, just plug and play, I think the Ottocast is the better one. So let's have a test. See you downstairs. So maybe it's good to, so this is the Ottocast Cube. So it's only for wireless Android and wireless CarPlay. So no apps inside this, but it's really small. You can see it you just plug it in, it lights up. So it was paired to my Android device. So it's just paired right away with Android Auto. So music also plays. So you can see it. So this is the Android Auto from the CarLink device, and the map screen also is projected to my driver screen. So that is great. So it's not the maps of the car itself. So let's say I want to use the maps of the car, it's gonna switch back, I think. Let's see. Yeah, you see it switches right back. So I also want to test if that also works with this device, because that would be awesome. Why? Because then you have the functionality of wireless CarPlay and Android Auto with the dual screens, and also the capabilities to use apps. So it can replace these two devices that I have here. So it can replace then the Ottocast Cube, but also, so it's all stuffed in here, it can then also replace this ancient CarLink device. So we need to plug the plug in. This is all hardwired, sadly. So let's plug it in. So I just plugged it in. So it says now new device, accept it. I just plugged it in. So it wants to connect straight away with Apple CarPlay, so not with Android Auto like this one. So I'll give it a sec. Accept it again. Still red. Apple CarPlay. So because of the dongle, you see the extra bulk it adds to the cable. So now you need to bend it under the screen. So I'm just not a fan of this, but let's see if it can replace the two devices. So Play2Video Ultra. So the UI itself already is fantastic. So okay, let's set this. So we need to go in the setup. I want in English, please. English. Next. So you need to make a hotspot on your device. So let's use my Android device. We make okay. We make the hotspot. Okay, let me pair the hotspot to the dongle. But it's now turning on green. That's nice. So it connected to my hotspot of my phone. I think this was the setup. So only thing I can do. So warning. So I like the UI right away. It's more fancy. I see some nice big icons. So let's say if I want to watch YouTube. So I didn't log in or something, but let's see if it's. So this is also the first boot, so I don't know. Oh, it's also getting warm. Let's see, okay. You also see my cup holders. So I use two of them because why not? So one for the to hold my beverages, and the other one to if I have some small coins or keys, I can put that in here. Just logged in. It did take a while to sync everything up. So let's say if I want to have a look at my own videos. You can see that YouTube works, so that's really fine, no lag, all works really nice. So you can have a watch in theory when you drive. Don't recommend, but you can, because the car is in drive. So if I want to drive, I can drive now and nothing happens to the screen. I can have a little demonstration clip. Maybe you can see the car drives and nothing happens. So that's good to know. So the next thing I wanted to try is the wireless Android Auto functionality, if it also works on both screens. So if Android Auto works, Apple CarPlay also works with their own maps. Okay, back to the home screen. Now I want to use Android Auto again. What is it gonna do? It wants me to connect again. Why? There's some settings here. Oh, it did it all automatically. Okay, so you can see, so that's also with this showcase of products. So the Ottocast sent me this product to test it out, to give you a showcase, to give the limits of this device. You can see that the Android Auto part of this device, with syncing an Android Auto device, does not work. So this is not working great. So this is sluggish, and also the screen is off center. This is not the right way to work. So let's try Apple CarPlay now. So I have the iPhone here. Okay, so to make the Bluetooth connection. So Apple CarPlay right away, the screen right, it works straight away. So you can you can see right away that this works much better than Android Auto. Does it play any music good? Elegant Deep House, I think. Needs to be fine. Okay, music works. So now let's try Apple Maps. So it's where I do my basketball. Let's do the long route because why not? Go. Okay, so Apple Watch paired, this screen paired. Sadly, this screen stays on the own car screen itself. That's sad. Let's try Google Maps. So it doesn't start on the screen itself. Okay, so no dual use screen with this device. So I don't exactly sure if I would want to keep it. I think I will still use this ancient CarLink device because it also has a 4G inside it, so I have a SIM card installed. Sadly, this doesn't also not support dual use screen, so I need to keep this one if I want to have a quick drive and have CarPlay or Android Auto working on both screens. Thanks for watching. This is a long night. I thought it will be fine sooner, but I hope you have something about this showcase. Bye.